Hello, my dear friend in Christ. How are you doing? This is Father Tony coming your way again. God bless you. Today I want to share with you something that got me sit up again. Something that pushed me to rethink about my ministry as a priest, as an elderly person, somebody to lead you to Christ, somebody to continue the work Jesus started and ended so well and asked me to continue. When I read the last book of the Old Testament, Malachi, the prophet warned people like me, people like my brothers, people like my sisters who are supposed to lead, priests, that we were supposed to keep to our duties and listen to what Yahweh had asked us to do, that is taking care of poor souls. And it got me to sit up. Am I really doing my work as a Christian? But when I read on to 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, I realized that I was not alone. But my dear friend, as you listen to my voice, remember that you are the chosen generation person. You are the special priest and not myself only. You are a holy selected nation. So anybody in charge of any person or a group of persons is a chosen priest, is a chosen leader, is a specially selected person as you are. So you may be a daddy, you have a whole family, which is a church in your charge. You are a mommy, the whole family is in your care. You are a child, the rest of the family, including your daddy and your mommy, you owe a duty to them. You are in the classroom, you have a group of people under you, group of people around you. Even in the public transport, at work, in the shop, at the malls, wherever you find yourself, you are a chosen generation and you are supposed to continue the work of Christ. So the warning may not apply to priests alone, but to all of us, because we are all chosen as priests, and indeed special ones as such. What are we doing today? We have neglected Christ. We have neglected the things that we are supposed to do. The way we talk. Do we evangelize? Do we draw souls to Christ, or we split them and disperse them? By our dressing, by our actions and inactions, are we creating with Christ, continuing his creation, or we are destroying? Are we profaning the covenant our ancestors gave us? Are we breaking faith and thinking that now we have knowledge, now we have schooled, certain things that we used to do to show that we are Christians, we no longer do, and we want to justify them? So we lift up the banner so high, but we'll never lift a finger to touch it. We say, yes, Christianity is over there, I am living here. So we want everybody to see that we are Christians, but we are not doing it. Like Jesus will say in Matthew chapter 23, verse 1 to 12. So Christians nowadays would want to stand on the street corners and do big works. Yet we are not there with the people. We don't feel how they feel. We tell our roommates, we tell our friends who are in trouble, oh, God would do it. But we lift a finger to them. Jesus is telling us that we should be very careful. And I love the way Paul gave himself as an example to us when he wrote to the Thessalonians, the first letter, chapter 2, verses 7 to 9, and perhaps 13. It's an example that Jesus was given. But remember, Paul was not part of the apostles. He was not. In fact, he only came to the limelight after Jesus had died and was gone. Yet, he lived his specially selected priesthood for people to see. What are you and I doing today? Have you lifted a finger to that poor soul? That friend of yours? Have you called that person? Have you texted that person? Have you shown your love to that person? Sometimes it pushes me to think. Even as ministers, do we even reach out? And you as a specially chosen minister, do you reach out? Let us beware. Today, I know my message might not be too pleasant, but I believe God is touching your heart with a new knowledge. A rhema is falling through your heart. Reach out to those who are down. Don't try to break the faith. Live it. Don't justify it by your knowledge and your intelligence. Don't say that these things are archaic. Now you think that you have so much knowledge, so you can't follow the simple Christian rules. You can't dress appropriately. You can't even speak well. You can't even walk into, people will sit in chapels and chew gum and do all those stuff in their father's house because they are now intellectuals. People look down on the poor and expecting them to do so much because they are not ready to do it. So when they go out to do good, they want everybody to see it. Think about it. You are a specially chosen generation person. A royal priest. You yourself is a whole nation on its own. Lift up the banner of Christ. Let your light shine. And let us avoid how Malachi would address the people of old, the institution of priesthood. We are now the priesthood. Let us live it. Let us continue the pride Jesus lifted on the cross. And I believe and declare that if you are going to follow these, we will join him not just on the cross, but on the right side of the throne. God bless you. May you be the light of Christ in our generation as a royal priesthood. God bless you.